Hello!
And welcome to this brand new channel. My name's Jacob.
I'm Alex.
And this is Spoiler Alert.
Moving forward.
Through the next weeks, months, and hopefully years, we're going to take you on a journey into grassroots motorsport.
Yes, let's do it!
As a kid, I loved Colin McRae's rally games, and that really kicked off my love of motorsport. I'm an aspiring DJ and presenter, but I'm a complete novice to anything like this. So I hope you will learn as much from this as I will. Now I'm sure there are plenty of people watching who they themselves have really wanted to get into motorsport.
That is the dream. Like so many things, our dreams are held back by our wallets and our purses. We want to prove to you that we can go racing on a budget that suits almost anyone.
And realistically, no one goes racing to come last.
Oh no.
So we're going to start becoming competitive in local events.
Cars are great, right? I've always loved cars, modifying them, driving them. I even earn a living repairing them. I've always dreamed of going racing, but there's always been something more important standing in the way. This is me living my dream, and I'd love to share it with you.
Moving forward.
So this is our car. She's a Ford Focus ST 170 from 2004. Cost us £700 to buy and a bit more than that to repair. She's no spring chicken, but should be perfect for what we're going to be trying out.
Okay, the car. This is the car. Fairly standard Ford Focus. It is in fact the ST 170 version, which comes with a bigger engine, bigger wheels, bigger brakes, a little bit bigger on everything, and a bit of a nicer interior as well. Added bonus. Apart from that, mostly chassis-wise, a standard Ford Focus.
So, the Ford Focus, I mean, what's there to say? When this car rolled off the production line in 2004, it was the best-selling car in the UK for 5 years running. It would go on at the top of the market for another 5 years after that, which means there's plenty of readily available parts for anything we might need. I mean, what's a more affordable family car than a 2004 Ford Focus?
So the engine, the interesting bit. This is a 2-litre 16-valve unit with variable timing on the exhaust cam, which allows it to be a bit torquier, a bit more reliable than some of the smaller engines, some of the high revving stuff. The only thing that's been modified on it so far is this. I'll be totally honest, mostly because I like the noise, but also because this is right at the front of the engine, and if we do end up doing some Fords or whatever we end up doing when we're driving around the lanes, as the water hits the front, it's going to go straight in here, which would be the air intake, and it just suck it all up into the engine. With it up here, it's actually pulling air from the rest of the engine bay and up here at the base of the bonnet, where it gets a little bit of cold air, although not so much as it would with this. However, for safety, I think that's a worthwhile sacrifice.
So do we actually need to change anything about the car to compete? Well, the short answer is no, but there are a few things you're going to need, such as this tyre, a jack, your spill kit, and a pump. And if we go to the front of the car, behind the driver's seat, we've got a high-vis tucked away, we've got a warning triangle, and in the passenger footwell, a fire extinguisher, which isn't required, but is a very smart thing to have.
Okay, so wheels. We've got bigger wheels from the factory, as I mentioned before. You've got some 215/45/17 tyres on there, which have got some nice Goodyear F1s. The front brakes are bigger, which is going to be fairly helpful for what we're doing. There's a few other bits and pieces going on with the chassis. There's a slightly quicker steering rack. There's bigger anti-roll bars, you know, usual stuff for sports models. With regards to the wheels, depending on what we're doing, they could be positive or negative. When we're doing some tarmac-based stuff, that could be quite good size wheel to have. But off-road, when we're on some of the rougher stuff, you're probably going to find I want a bit more tyre sidewall to absorb some of the shocks. Right, inside the car, we have the standard seats. This will stay as it is for the time being until we need them otherwise. All this is fairly standard. We do have oil temperature and pressure gauges there. Very useful bits of information to have when you're giving the engine a bit of punishment. And besides that, there's not really anything interesting in here. We have a fire extinguisher down there. Worthwhile precaution. Hope you'll never need it. But better to have it and not need it than not have it. Everything else is, this is our lighting, filming. You're not going to see much of that. Same goes for the dash camera up there and this mount over here. Okay, so that's us. That's the car. That's all for today. We look forward to seeing you next time. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Thanks for watching.